in times like this, we really need to just get together and rally and say, do you know what? Yes, we know it's bad. Yes, we know it's tough. But there are little glimmers of potential great opportunities right out there today. And it's entrepreneurs that are going to make the difference.
We always say, do the boring stuff. Have a passion, have an idea, drive it. But it's about doing your homework, making sure you've got enough money, making sure you've thought about how much money you're going to need, timesing it by 3.
That's
then
the magic number.
Contingency,
3,
whatever numbers, times it by 3, and then doing your research. Just do your research. Talk to people who you think are going to be your consumers. Work out whether you're talking yourself into an idea or if you need to change it. If an idea is really, really good, it will stand up to all those things. Even if people knock you down, you'll find a way to make it work. But not kind of hearing it, not listening in the first place is disaster.
Customers are your business. At the end of the day, if you begin making changes to your business based on what you think needs to happen, you're not a customer of your business. The best. We're very lucky. We've got 350,000 customers. We talk to them. We email them. We encourage feedback. But it's what we then do with that. We don't we don't pay lip service to that. We harvest that information. We feed it back into the various elements of the business, and then effectively we create change from what our customers are telling us. Our business is very much a customer business.
The reason why small companies can be successful is there's a personal service there. So I think that make sure that you treat your customers incredibly well, because they'll personally come to you as you're a small company, and that's an advantage that entrepreneurial companies and small companies have. And it's also having a great team there. So our customers need people that know what they're talking about, and they need people who are really passionate about suits to advise them on their suit, because our customers essentially are very passionate, and we have to be as well, and we are. Yeah, we are too.
Yeah, you have to have self-belief. You have to be realistic. You have to be 51% advocating yourself, 49% being critical of yourself. That 1% above helps. That 1% below helps. So I think that you've got to be honest with yourself about what you can achieve.
You've got to have an idea of where you want to get to, but also don't try and reach for the stars day one. We have done that, and sometimes it can come back to bite you. Try and focus on realistic goals and then achieve them. Something that is achievable, but something that's pushing you all the time. And then get to that goal and then take a step back, look at it, and then move forward again.
What I've learned in the last sort of 5 years about my own business techniques and styles is that you've got to be nice to the people who work for you, and you've got to try and see it as a team. If you're a dictator without any passion, without any sensitivity, and generally you'll eventually fall on your face, and something will happen, and you'll realise that you've lived your life not being the nicest person in the world. So it's to be passionate, be sympathetic as well.
When I was starting my business, I realised I had to sort of dedicate my life to it. It's what I wanted to do, and I worked long hours, and everything else fell by the wayside. I was spending sometimes 14 hours a day in an ice cream van by the time I restocked it and got home and that sort of thing. And I think you've got to do that. You've got to give everything in this business to be an entrepreneur if you want to be a successful entrepreneur.
It's all about confidence, determination, the ups and downs, and there are plenty of ups and downs, and obviously at the moment it's a struggle, for everybody. But so long as you believe in your idea, then you will get there in the end.
Sometimes when you think this is a very lonely life, when you're the person running the business, making the money, before you've gone through a few years of it, and you think this is terrible, this is hard. But you've got to keep going. If you want to get, I want to make enough money to send my children to private school, I wanted to educate them, I wanted to buy a house, and then by that time the business was running better and I was getting used to it and I was starting to enjoy it, and it just kept going. You just have to keep going.
I think it's a wonderful time to be starting a business. I think that there's two main reasons. One is all other competitors in the area that you might be entering are struggling. I mean, they've got a cost base already. They're spending money. There's no way they can. They're jogging on the spot, whilst you can do a lot of catch up without any real expenditure, other than presuming if your costs are minimal. And secondly, then there's there's an element of you feel good about what you're doing. You know, if all is doom and gloom outside and you're promoting something, you can feel great about it. You can feel you're doing good for the economy. You're actually getting out there and doing something about it.
In this economic climate, this is bargain basement, Sam. This is the time to start in business, buy things cheap. I bought a lot of land in the 80s cheap to build nursing homes because there was a recession. Not as bad as this one, and not as complicated as this one either. But now is the time to start if you can get money. The problem is getting the money.
The key advice is listen to your customers, look after your customers, and make sure you keep cash in your business. And if you keep those three principles sound, then you should be fine.
My mother once said to me, it doesn't matter if you're a plumber or whatever in the world, as long as you really enjoy it. And if you really enjoy it, you'll be the best plumber in the world. And I really love photography, and that's allowed me to be, get to the status that I've got to.
So my key advice is get out there, don't stop picking up that phone, don't stop making those appointments, don't stop pushing for business. When times get tough, it's the time for entrepreneurs to step up and really make it happen. And if it was easy, don't forget, everybody would be doing it. So don't think for 1 minute that those tough times, it's a time to think about giving up. It isn't. It's a time to start doing more work.